Hi guys, welcome. I am Louise and I am an artist and an art teacher. Some 3 months ago, I made a video here on my channel where I presented my Skillshare teacher journey thus far. And since then, a lot has happened with my Skillshare stats and my earnings, as you'll see in this video. So I thought I'd make an update, a continuation of that first video. If you haven't watched that video, I recommend doing so. However, as a short recap, I released my very first class on Skillshare in September 2021. That was a watercolor workshop, and since then I've released 3 more classes. 1 more watercolor workshop and then 2 more drawing-oriented courses. So at the 3-month mark, I had 91 students and 1,924 watch minutes. And I had earned a total of $45 on the 2 classes that I had at the time. I had also gotten a few nice reviews, which was very encouraging. And I was very happy with these results, especially since my second class performed a lot better than my first one, because before that I was kind of getting a little bit skeptical, as I talk about in my first Skillshare video. I didn't want Skillshare to be yet another platform where I was expected to kind of hustle and churn out lots of content just to stay relevant, to stay growing. But that hasn't been my experience at all. I average around 10 new students every day. That's a really nice, steady growth. And that's whether or not I have published a new class. As I said, I only have 4 classes. I know a lot of other Skillshare teachers have a lot more than that. So this is my stats today, as of the 21st of March, 2022. A little over 6 months since I started since I published my first class, I'll say. So you can see here, this is my first class. I published it on the 1st of September, 2021, and then my second one in November, and then another one in December, and then this latest one at the end of February. And I'm on track to earn over $500 this month. I know for a lot of people, $500 isn't that much money, but to us here living on the countryside in Sweden, it really helps. And here you can see how my growth has looked like every month. There's been just steady growth, apart from February, because I didn't publish anything until late February. So I've seen most of the results from my latest class that I published in February, I've seen this month, as you can see here. Here we have my earnings breakdown. My first month, $25. And then around the same amount next month, $20. So this was with just 1 class. September and October, I just had 1 class. Then I published my second class, which did a lot better than the first one. It was a sketching class for beginners. And that bumped me up to over $100 a month. And then the growth of that class has just continued steadily. It's my best performing class. And so that went up to over 300, which is where I've been for the past 3 months. And now I'm on track to make over $500 for March. And that has a lot to do with my latest drawing class, which is performing really well so far. And it is also a staff pick by Skillshare. So they reached out to me and wanted to promote that class because they thought it was good, which I was very happy about. So this one is getting a little bump in traffic and attention, which is noticeable for sure, although it was performing pretty good before it became a staff pick too. I have upped the production quality of each new class that I have made. Like I mentioned in my first video, Skillshare is probably the main income strategy I have for my business right now. And it's paying off. It's going according to plan. I recently became monetized on YouTube as well, but that's gonna take a lot more time to build up a good income from. I'm still only making like a few dollars a day on YouTube, and I've only been monetized for like 3 days. Compare that to Skillshare, where I earned over $25 my first month with just 1 class. And it has steadily grown from there. I've noticed that each time I publish a new class, the growth of that class is going just a little bit quicker than the previous one. And I think that's because I am also gaining followers on Skillshare every day. People who like my classes and want to follow me to get updates on new classes that I publish. I already have, I'm pretty sure, over 170 followers right now, and that's growing every day. And so each time I publish a new class, more and more people are getting notified of that new class, which leads to a little extra bump in new students for that class. I guess. I'm not sure, but I guess that's part of it. So for my promotions of my classes, I'm not doing much to promote them at all. The first one I marketed on Instagram, like one post on Instagram, but I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. I think I had like 300 at the time. And I don't think any of them actually went on to sign up for Skillshare or anything like that. After that, I haven't been using Instagram at all. I quit Instagram in my business, which I made a video about. So no Instagram marketing, no Facebook, no TikTok, no ads, nothing outside of Skillshare apart from releasing a promotion video essentially on my YouTube channel. So that's what I've done for all of my other classes. My previous video for the portrait drawing class that I did for YouTube performed surprisingly well, and that led to at least 5 referrals, which is really good since I earn $10 for every new referral of a new Skillshare member. Although that is changing. Skillshare recently changed how they are doing teacher referral bonuses, and I think this is the last month with $10 for each new referral. But yeah, that's the only outside marketing I've done. Most of my growth is just happening from within Skillshare, from people searching for these topics and sketching and watercolor and portraits and, all of those keywords that I am targeting in my titles and my descriptions. That's how they find me. And now that my previous one is a staff pick, that's obviously going to appear a little bit higher up in the search results. And I know Skillshare has also promoted that to, I think they have an email list and a few other outlets where they promote new classes. Everything is moving a little bit faster now than it did in the beginning. It's the same with YouTube. You slowly just gain momentum and you grow a little bit quicker every day or every week or every month. At the beginning, I was probably getting like 3 to 5 new students a day that found my class. Now I'm up to over 10, sometimes 20 or 30 new students every day, overnight. Just like with YouTube, you are steadily growing a library of content that people are going to continue to find and enjoy. And I don't know how long this is going to last, of course. Platforms like this change all the time, and there are new updates every once in a while that, of course, impact you. Skillshare recently made a few changes to the way they pay their teachers and the way they handle referrals, like I mentioned. I'm not going to freak out over that. I'm not putting all my eggs in the Skillshare basket. All of the classes that I create are mine to keep and to do what I want with. And if at any time I feel like Skillshare isn't working for me anymore, I can just move my stuff somewhere else. I have that freedom, so I'm not worried. But so far, I love teaching on Skillshare. I'm happy with the results and with the growth and with my earnings. I'm grateful for the support and the encouragement that I'm getting from my coaches at Skillshare, my teacher coaches. Not to mention all of the great feedback that I get from my students. The ratings and the reviews for my classes and the class projects that my students are submitting. These things alone are great reasons to teach on Skillshare and have all of this functionality built in, not having to pay for and manage a course platform, deal with customer support, beg for testimonials, do all of the marketing and handle the payments and the refunds and all of that other admin work that goes into it. Skillshare takes care of all of this for you. And you just have to create your content and engage with your students and just collect a paycheck. I mean, how great is that? I think it's amazing. So in conclusion, do I still recommend teaching on Skillshare? Hell yes. Absolutely. If you are comfortable in a teaching role and want to improve at it, and if you have the means and the skills of producing good quality video, or at least are willing to learn how to do it. Production quality really matters on Skillshare. The more effort I've put into my class content, the better that class has performed. You have to be willing to put in the work and be patient and have fun with it. If you want to see more on how I create my Skillshare classes and my tips for new or prospective teachers, check out that first video that I mentioned, my 3-month Skillshare teacher journey. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. For syncing purposes. So, no. Oh my god, why can't I do this today? wanting to... What is that word? Wanting to... something with a P. Promote. Wanting to promote it. What do you say? Bites. It's Monday morning, you guys. I'm sorry. I can't speak today. Just to love and be loved in return.